Welcome back to the Military Meditation Coach, your source for meditation, mindfulness, and relaxation exercises. Made for the military, but good for everyone. I'm Dr. Julie Kinn with the Defense Health Agency, and today Dr. Genelle Weits returns to lead us in about a 25-minute mindfulness meditation. This one's going to pay special attention to breath, physical sensations, sounds, and thoughts.
So for this meditation, finding a comfortable place to lay down or seat yourself, taking a somewhat alert and dignified posture. If you have a tendency to fall asleep when you lie down, then making the intention to stay awake and alert for this mindfulness meditation. We'll begin by just noticing where your body makes contact with the chair, the floor, the bed, wherever you're positioned. And seeing if you can allow yourself, little by little, to become more in this moment, to be supported and held by that chair, the bed, the ground. And so throughout this meditation, there will be pauses for you to practice. Just noticing. Attempting to have judgment in your awareness and just noticing if there are critiques or feedback. Your mind wanders, just noticing where it went. Gently bringing it back to the moment and to the focus of that part of the meditation. So we'll begin by paying attention to our breath, something that's with us at every moment in some form. Just beginning to notice the quality of your breath, the depth of your breath, the rhythm. Seeing if there's a place in your body where you can feel the breath the most. And so we'll follow the breath in and out, and seeing which part you can connect with the most to feel your breath. Noticing the temperature at the tip of your nose, or at your lips if you're breathing through your mouth. Perhaps the temperature is different on an inhale versus the exhale. And knowing that there's no right or wrong. If you notice no sensations or no differences, that's perfectly fine. And then following that inhale from the tip of your nose or mouth, feeling it at the back of your throat. It begins to turn down towards your chest and lungs, your diaphragm. Just focusing on the back of your throat, seeing if you can become aware of your breath in this area. And in the next inhale, following the breath even further into your upper chest, your lungs area. Perhaps noticing the gentle rise of your chest, your rib cage in the front or the back. And then in the next inhale, following your breath all the way down to the furthest place in your torso you can feel your breath. Maybe just your chest, or it may be lower to your diaphragm, which is where the rib cage begins to part. There's room for your breath to expand. You may feel a rise in your stomach. Just noticing. And then at your own pace, following each inhale all the way through, and each exhale all the way back out. If your mind tends to wander to something else, thoughts or images, sounds or body sensations, just noticing that, acknowledging your mind went off, and just gently bringing the focus back, focusing on your breath. You can continue to notice the whole process of the inhale and exhale throughout your body. Or you can find that one part that you notice the breath the most. Focusing perhaps on just that area. Perhaps the rhythm or the depth of your breath has changed. Just noticing that. And if you're not noticing any changes, be aware of that as well. Throughout this practice, there's no need to change anything. Just learning how to observe with a curiosity. You can always make changes and decisions later. This is a time to just be in this moment with each breath, Now we'll begin to change the focus. Allowing attention to rest on the physical sensations in your body. Perhaps doing a quick check-in from head to toe. If there's any areas that are calling out for attention, perhaps with discomfort, pressure, an itch, tension, or even the lack of sensation. Again, in this mindfulness approach, it's being in the present moment with whatever you discover as you're checking in with the body. Noticing any reactions you may have with emotions, thoughts, or images. There are multiple places in your body that you're noticing that are coming to your attention. Seeing if you can give the same amount of time to each area. Noticing if you linger longer in an area that is more comfortable or less intense. Noticing if there's the normal tendency to want to get away from something uncomfortable as quickly as possible. Seeing if this happens to be occurring with you in this moment. Allowing it to occur, just to see what happens next. Rather than predicting what will happen next. Being in this moment and seeing firsthand. If the mind wanders away from the body, gently escorting it back, bringing focus again to the body. Continuing to breathe, helping ground yourself to the moment as you continue to focus on different sensations felt in the body. And now letting the attention on the body fade And focusing now on the sounds in your environment. Your mind may still go back to the body or the breath, and that's fine. Anytime this happens, noticing it, gently bringing it back now to any sounds you hear. Perhaps noticing how your mind is reacting to those sounds, or if your body has a reaction. Noticing any labels that you may use to categorize where the sound came from, whether you like it, dislike it, or don't feel either way. Noticing these tendencies to judge and label. Attempting to just hear the sounds as sounds. Perhaps every sound you're hearing, just saying to yourself, a sound. Listening. There may be sounds that are inside your body, the sound of different processes or your breathing. There may be sounds farther away, maybe outside of the room or place you are. You may notice that your mind wanders to other things. Noticing that, and then bringing your attention back to listening to sounds. Coming back to sounds. Now beginning to let the awareness of sounds fade, and bringing your focus of attention any thoughts you may be having. There may be many thoughts that seem to rush in and overwhelm. There may be a few thoughts that repeat or are random and scattered. Rather than judging your thoughts as good or bad, allowing your thoughts just to be words. It's just another process of the mind. Just as we hear and breathe and feel. Perhaps even allowing those thoughts to be seen as if they're on a movie screen and just passing by like credits as each one comes, placing it on that screen and watching as it moves out of your awareness and the next thought comes up. Seeing if you can just notice this process of being aware of your thoughts as thinking or thoughts. Noticing if there's the tendency to label the thoughts as certain categories or critiques. Just simply noticing them, observing from a distance as thoughts arise and pass. Whenever a thought comes into your mind, just stating a thought or thinking. Again, our thoughts may bring us to other memories or stories, images or commentary. Notice the ability of the mind to do that. And gently bringing it back to the focus of just thinking. And now gently bringing your focus back to the moment with all different senses. And if your eyes were closed or with a gentle gaze, and beginning to open them, more alert, taking in what you can see around you, the sounds in the room, what you can feel as you are rested against some furniture or the ground. And then just taking a few breaths with awareness. And over the next couple breaths, coming to full awareness, ready to go on to the next task of the day.
Thank you for joining us today. The Military Meditation Coach podcast is produced by the Naval Center for Combat and Operational Stress Control and the Defense Health Agency. You can connect with us and learn more about our free health resources for the military community on Facebook and Twitter at Military Health. Please get in touch with us and let us know what you think and what kind of mindfulness, meditation, and relaxation exercises you're interested in. The views expressed here are those of the presenters and do not reflect the official policy of the Department of Defense or the United States government.